5, Fernando Martinez Sommer is 6, and Van der Vleuten is 7th. That's a good result, but not good enough to win the championship. So, championship standings will be coming up in a minute. We know that it's Smulders who has won the championship, but who is second and who is third? I'm guessing Van der Vleuten is second, but the question will be, is it still Van Eckermann or is it Koekoek who has taken that third place in the championship standings? My gut feeling, without doing the math, says that it will be Koekoek in third, but we'll get the confirmation of that in a minute. Wow, 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 what a final. Have you ever seen anything like it? We're going to have a look at the head-to-head, the comparison between Koekoek and Marlin Baryard-Johnsen, between Checker and H&M Indiana. On the left, Koekoek and Checker. On the right, Indiana and Marlin Baryard-Johnsen. The start. And then she comes through the turn. The turn was great, pushing, and that's where Checker got in front. Koekoek with a small landing, having to push a right flat out to that final fence, then steer into the combination. Where is Marlin at that point? Still behind, a good stride behind. Rollback comes after the upright. No chance here for Marlin Baryard-Johnsen. And then the push and the push. He had to check and he could check even. And she closes up. And the difference, what was it again? I even forgot. It is a 0.15 of a second between Marlin Baryard-Johnsen and Christian Koekoek, 0.16 in the end. There you have it. And who is going to give us that final call? Who is going to tell us who comes second and third in the championship? Van der Vleuten second surely, but is it Van Eckermann or is it Koekoek? And what about Simon de Lestre? How does he rank? He was fourth already in his previous attempts in 2015 and 16. Is it again going to be a fourth place finish for de Lestre? It is very much looking like it might even be fifth, of course, because we have to keep those performances of Van Eckermann and Koekoek in mind. Good performances, what a
You talk about tension and you talk about a dramatic weekend. Well, very few people would have had a more dramatic weekend than that of Harry Smulders, because after GCL frustration of not getting over in the team's competition, he turned his attention to the Lgct Championship. He was the favorite to win. Things went up and down today, and by the end of the night, he's going to explain to us how and why he has been crowned Lgct champion for 2023 season, the second time that he has done so. And we immediately begin the show here in Riyadh on the 15th and final stage of the Longines Global Champions Tour with our season winner, Harry Smulders. What a crazy weekend, and maybe more so night you have had. Talk to me about how this night went up and down, how many times?
Yeah, it went from being the leader to, you know, possible not the second, third maybe in the championship, and then at the end I'm very happy that I'm crowned anyway.
Let's talk about round one, because the fence went down. We could see that you were disappointed. What was going through your mind when you left the ring? Did you think maybe this is over, or am I still positive?
Like, I knew it was a very big track today, yeah, it was a serious Grand Prix again, and you can see the level again of our sport, the level what they perform here today is the best of our sport.
What we really enjoyed was watching you and Michael in the course walk together, because I know you two have known each other for a very long time. It's great to see you share that space. It looks as if on a day that was meant to be big rivalry, the two of you were very close together today. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we have already a friendship over years. We're very close actually.
Even on a night like tonight?
Yeah, because it's like we know each other that well that we can tell our ideas about the course, but it is how you execute them, you know. And we know we go there as an individual and then we perform at our best. But we can share our thoughts before. That's no problem.
He had a lot more to do tonight to win. He had to finish first or second. When you saw him go clear in round one, again, the same question as to your fault in round one. Did you start to think maybe this is leaning towards your friend?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody was allowed to win, and it was him for me.
Yeah.
But then his horse, I think, jumped superb in the first round.
Incredible.
Beauville. Probably he was a little reserved in the jump off. There was still no clear, but he had a few very, very good combinations behind him.
We talked a lot about Jurikas jumping both GCR rounds and jumping around today. Maybe as champion, it's easier to answer this. Maybe you didn't have the choice. Would you have done it differently if given a different opportunity?
I would have loved a day off in the middle, probably. That would have helped me maybe a little bit, but okay, no excuses. And we were in a position yesterday with the team that I had to ride my best horse here in both rounds.
So now an Lgct champion for the first time since 2017, I think it is. It feels like it's been coming for a long, long time. What made this season give you just that little bit extra that got you over the line?
I think my consistency is of a very high level throughout the whole season. I think if you can win the overall, that shows your horsemanship with several different horses. You perform all year round, different surfaces, different sizes of rings, and this is like the top of our sport. We've seen again today the level is incredibly high, and then to be crowned as overall, that is another marker in my career.
It's also very demanding for you as a human being, correct? We think back to Peter Fredriksson in 2021. You could see by the end of the season, you have to give so much to remain in contention all season long. Ben Mayer last year, for you this year. Talk to us about how much energy it requires, because you must come to all of your best Grand Prix. You have to perform. You cannot stay at home. That must be very demanding on your body as well.
Yeah, we are focusing, of course, on those global shows, and but it's for any sport. Like now, I'm crowned, but also all the other competitors. They live every day. They live 8 days a week for our sport, for our horses, and thanks to our families, our sponsors, our owners, and that we can. And all my team, I must be thankful to them. They live every day for me to achieve this.
And for you to win this for them, with them watching, what will it mean to not just have you win golden tickets, not just have you win the Riyadh, to now have the #1 position in the overall season? What does it mean to those owners, the sponsors? How is it so special?
I think that gives, like I said, a marker in your career that you don't forget, and to win it now in the second time shows my consistency, shows my horsemanship for several years. But I cannot do it without my team, without my owners, without my sponsors. It's all the credits to them.
Yeah, we saw you on the phone a little bit earlier on, actually very shortly after we saw the fault go down for Michael. Who was that first phone call being made to?
Yeah, it was my son, my 12-year-old son.
What was that phone call like, if you want to share that with us?
Yeah, he's very into it, and he's watching and following every show. He's riding himself. He's very interested, and we talked a little bit. First, of course, congratulations, and then straight away we were talking about my round, what went wrong, what I could have done better.
How would you describe this compared to 2017? And I'm sure very different seasons, different challenges, different rivals. How would you compare that victory to what you've done this year?
Then I had a different generation of horses. Then I had Dawn, Emerald, Genius, and after that I had that were probably in the best years from then, in the prime time. Now I have totally a new string of horses with Urikas, Monaco. And then also with Bingo, who contributed to this overall. I mean, the most grateful I have to be for my horses. They live also for the sport. They live.
Yeah.
They work, their energy, they give to me, and that makes me feel very proud if when I can make my horses also feel happy, bring them in the best conditions to those shows, and at the end it's all the credits to them. They are the heroes.
We've talked a lot over the last few weeks about the fact that you have the ability to, when they are fit, to wake up and choose Monaco, to choose Bingo, to choose Jurikas. the form that you are in, with the horsepower that you have now, that is a very, very bright future for however many seasons to come. I don't know. Of course, there's business decisions I'm sure that will come, but that tells us that there is a very, very bright next few years to come from the Harry Smulders camp.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think like Monaco is really in his prime. He has the experience, he has the age. I don't know if he will ever have such 2 years as the last 2 years. He's 14, coming 15. I also have Derry Lou, he's coming 16. And then you see also today a little bit, Urikas is still stepping up, I think.
Yeah.
He's still a little bit more immature than the other 2 horses, the other 3 horses as Bingo.
But to win in Riesenbeck, to jump this huge course, it's great signs, very positive signs for Urikas.
Yeah, he has all the potential.
Yeah.
And I think there is still potential to grow.
And now, Lgct Super Grand Prix. You're in Prague in a couple of weeks' time. Do you make it a double, a Super Grand Prix champion and an Lgct champion?
That's one that's really on my list still. The Super Grand Prix. I haven't won him yet. Last year I was very close with Monaco. I would love to win that one.
I think it's going to be a very, very exciting Grand Prix. Here we take a look at the opening round of Harry Smulders, who at this time had a single rail going down. The 4 then turned into an 8. It meant that he would not go into the jump off. Now the emotions began to go up and down. Was the title over? Was it still alive? But because of what happened later, Henrik von Ackermann having fences down and Michael van der Vleuten unfortunately not making it a 1-2 finish meant that the title came back to Harry Smulders, and like he did in 2017, goes on to be crowned champion of the Longines Global Champions Tour for the 2nd time in his career. You join Scott Brash, you join Edwina Tops-Alexander as 2-time champions. Ben Mayer is the only 3-time champion. We talk about the stable that you have, the firepower you have. The reality of a Harry Smulders 3-time champion with Ben Mayer, how close in the future is that?
I don't know, it's looking too much forward. I think first we want to do Prague, and then I want to focus on next year. It's all about the string of horses you have, but mainly I'm focused on bringing them in the best shape they can be.
What will your highlight be for the season if I take tonight away? Is it the consecutive podiums? Is it the win in Riesenbeck? Is it a great save? What will be a highlight for you when you look back at the season to say, that was a big turning point for me?
I think especially in mid-season, like when I had the 4 podiums in a row, that was
really set the campaign off.
Yeah, that was really setting me off to this overall crown.
All right, Harry Smulders, our champion, superb work and congratulations. It's been a pleasure to watch you. Harry Smulders, your 2023 Lgct champion, has been crowned the best rider of the season. As we get ready to head back into the ring, the podium celebrations will now begin for the leg here in Riyadh. Going on to be won sensationally by Christian Kukuk and Checker, the last man out the gate in the jump off. He goes on to win the final golden ticket to Prague. We join them for the celebration and we continue to talk about the sensational season win for Harry Smulders. Let's go into the ring for the podium celebration.
And then Leicester comes 3rd. Dexter Fultony, bred by Quai horses, or the SCRI Quai horses. Gelding by Diorado and Voltaire and Grosvenor. Zangerzijde, bred, but I believe born in France. In the meanwhile, we will listen to the national anthem of Germany in the honor of the Grand Prix winner, Christian Kukuk, and his German gelding, Checker. Checker and Christian Kukuk win the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Riyadh. And remember those World Cup finals in Omaha earlier this year? You may have seen Hunter Holloway with Pepita Conspita, that grey mare. Pepita Conspita is the youngest sister of this checker. It runs in the family, it's embedded in the genes. There is the presentation of the Longines watch out of the hands of Patrick Aoun, regional brand manager of Longines in the Middle East and in South Asia.
President of the Saudi Equestrian Federation, to present the winner's trophy for his Grand Prix results to Germany's Christian Kukuk.
Prince Abdullah bin Fahad bin Abdullah with a trophy for the Grand Prix win for Christian Kukuk. Here with the checker, and Kukuk, a Grand Prix winner in Rome in 2022, now starts his own streak. Grand Prix win in Riyadh. Twice second already in Doha and in Saint-Tropez. So on the podium with 3 different horses. Nice in Doha, Mumbai, in Saint-Tropez. Where he was beaten by the great Julien Epaillard. And this might get tricky because Malin Bayard-Jansen has to accept the trophy aboard H&M Indiana. Indiana is not the easiest, as we know. She's a spicy mare, but the prince, and the president of the Saudi Arabian Equestrian Federation, is quite confident he can hand Malin Bayard-Jansen and Indiana that trophy. Indiana, bred by the Belgian family van der Linden, Turteboom en Ruys. Led by Kashmir van Schuttershoff, Annie Mozello and Cavalier.
And our third place now to receive his award, the bronze trophy from the team here at Longines Global Champions.
And the third man is Simon de Lestre with Dexter Fontenay, out of the family of the famous Ranzer du Poncel of Hubert Bourdi. Simon de Lestre with his third place finish of the season. He was also there in that jump off in Saint-Tropez, where Kukuk was second, where Epaillard won, while de Lestre was third. He is on the final ranking 5th, so we won't see him in the next prize giving ceremony. And as a matter of fact, we won't see any of these 3, as they will ride their victory gallop and ride into the night and out of Riyadh towards Prague, as the next award ceremony is reserved just and only for the championship performers, the top 3 in the championship. Congratulations to Christian Kukuk and Checker, to Malin Bayard-Jansen and Indiana, and to Simon de Lestre and Dexter Fontenay. They've made the stage, but next we'll look at the riders that have made and shaped the season and the championship. Harry Smulders in a minute will be crowned for the 2nd time in his career to the Lgct champion. 6 years after the coronation in 2017. Now the crown back on the head of Harry Smulders. Followed by Michael van der Vleuten. Again, it is a Dutch 1-2, just like in 2017. And Van Eckermann this time around has to settle with 3rd place on the championship. Who was 3rd in 2017? I hear you ask. Well, that was Lorenzo De Luca. It was a season in which Lorenzo De Luca won in Valkenswaard and in Shanghai with Enzo de Litrange. This is the standing of the championship. Kukuk moves up to fourth, overtakes Epaillard, so does De Lestre, who goes up to fifth. But it's Van Eckermann, Van der Vleuten and Smolders.
All right, thank you very much, Frederick de Backer. And there we can see on the screen just confirmation of that season-ending table. Harry Smolders, Michael van der Vleuten and Henrik van Eckermann, ironically now by the end of the night, exactly in the same order as to how the three men began the night. A championship win for Harry Smolders, but it is all about Christian Koekkoek as far as the stage is concerned. He was outstanding tonight on checker, the last man into the jump-off, taking that victory out of the hands of Marlon Bayard Jonsson, going on to win and take that final golden ticket to the Lgct Super Grand Prix in Prague as well. Let's hear from Christian Koekkoek.
Oh, well, Christian Koekkoek, you have done it. It is your first stage win, the golden ticket to Prague. I can see your emotion. Tell me what you're feeling.
Yeah, I can only smile, to be honest. Very, very emotional, super happy. I came here and actually I had 2 goals. We wanted to win the overall season with our team, Riesenbeck International, which worked outstanding out yesterday. And after that, my second goal was the qualification for the Super Grand Prix. So basically, I knew I had to win the Grand Prix. And that now also happened. It's just amazing. I'm so happy. I'm nearly missing some words.
I can tell. And going in here to the last to go as well, you won by 0.16 of a second. How did that feel coming in last?
Yeah, well, I have a flashback actually. Doha first stage, came in last to go in the jump off and lost it by 0.5 of a second. So I thought, okay, that's not going to happen today again. I went in, I knew Marlin is very fast, so there was all the cards on the table. I felt a little slow from 1, 2 and 3. Actually, I got the strides I wanted. I just had a little bit holding strides everywhere. And then I turned very, very tight to the double, which I actually already did yesterday with him in the team class, and he managed it there already good, so I thought, why not try it again? He did it again super, yeah, and then to bring it home and then to cross the finish line and see that you won is always an amazing feeling, but yeah, it was just very, very special today for me, and I'm super happy.
Lastly, how proud are you of your horse?
Oh, that's very difficult to describe because I'm in the last weeks, the shape he is unreal. It's really for me hard to say why. I just sit on him every day and think, wow, what a feeling. And I said that already before we came here when I trained at home. The last show was Barcelona. We won the Nations Cup final. I came here. I won yesterday, and I'm winning today. Yeah, it's difficult to find words for that. I'm very, very proud of that horse. I'm super happy and thankful that I can ride him and that I have him in my stable. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Well, Christian Koekkoek, you've got the golden ticket to go to Prague. You are the stage winner. Huge congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's try and put into perspective the weekend that Christian Koekkoek has had, going on to be crowned team champion in the Global Champions League yesterday with Riesenbeck International, and then barely 24 hours later, as an individual, goes on to win the Lgct Grand Prix of Riyadh, get his hands onto a golden ticket, and ensure his performance and participation at the 2023 Lgct Super Grand Prix at the GC Prague playoffs next month. What a weekend it has been in Saudi Arabia for Christian Koekkoek. I am keeping an eye on what is taking place. We are waiting for the official championship podium to get underway. The podium celebrations that will welcome Harry Smolders, your champion, Michael van der Vleuten, your runner-up. Again, unfortunately, he lost out to Harry Smolders. In fact, that exact same setup in 2017 when Harry won. And Henrik van Eckermann losing out to Peter Fredriksson in 2021, finishing second there. And unfortunately for the Swede, going out to lose second again or third this year, I'm afraid. So for Henrik van Van Ackerman and King Edward, there is still a wonderful opportunity to go on and win the Lgct Super Grand Prix next month in Prague. So disappointment for Van der Vleuten and for Van Ackerman, but a big ticket up for grabs next month still that will really turn their season around. We are live here in the financial district in Saudi Arabia. We are live for the 15th and final stage in Riyadh of the Global Champions League, of the Longines Global Champions Tour, I beg your pardon. Those are the trophies, those are the awards that need to be handed out, and they will be given out in just a few moments' time. In fact, here come your top three of the 2023 season. Let's go into the ring and welcome Smulders, Van der Vleuten and Van Ackerman onto the podium for the season awards.
The name of Harry Smulders.
In second place, the winner this year in Cannes is such a consistent rider. For Spain, Michael van der Vleuten, and your series champion for the second time in his career. For the Netherlands, Harry Smulders. Well, we'll ask our top three to dismount ready for the podium presentation for 2023.
They step down from their horses and the award ceremony can officially commence with Hendrik van Ackerman, with Michael van der Vleuten and with Harry Smulders.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we load our podium from third through to first, so we build up as we go. He very nearly made it 3 weeks in a row with the incredible King Edward, one of the most famous horses in the sport, world champion horse. He is the world #1. Taking
Third place for the world #1. He will be disappointed. It's a great performance in a 15-stage championship. Look at that, the friendship between the two of them. It's a great performance to come third, but if you are so hungry and so ambitious as Van Ackerman, it is somewhat of a loss to be so close yet not able to put your trophy on with a horse like Hendrik van Ackerman, like King Edward under your guard. It's a second place for Michael van der Vleuten, the man who came second in 2017, comes second again, finding his nemesis in Harry Smulders. But the primus inter pares, the champion of champions of 2023 is the Dutchman, Harry Smulders. He has done it. He has withstood all the pressure throughout all these stages. He led as from Valkenswaard. He started very late with his championship bid, but once he had the lead, he never let go. The first man in 17 years of Longines Global Champions Tour to score 4 consecutive podium finishes. Well, if you can do that and break such a record, it is proof of quality, talent and especially consistency. And is that not the key word on the Longines Global Champions Tour? Consistency. The most consistent man on the planet is Harry Smulders, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the Dutch national anthem in honor of Harry Smulders, representing the Netherlands. Wilhelmus van Nassau, een vaderlandgetrouw. The victory for Harry Smulders in the Longines Global Champions Tour season, the circuit of 2023. The circuit that started early this season. We started traveling already to Doha at the beginning of March, where Smulders and Pico du Parc finished 8th, clear and 4. He did not do Miami Beach in Mexico City. In Madrid, Bingo had a fence down plus a time penalty to put him on 14th. Then in Cannes, he came out strong, finished 7th on clear and 4, and had the final fence down, and that was actually the Grand Prix that he had to win, yet didn't. And then, with the not performing in Stockholm and Paris, he came out firing in Monaco. Came second behind Epayar on double clear. Next stage A Coruña, third with Monaco on double clear. Then went to Riesenbeck, double clear with Uricas to win his first Grand Prix of the season. Travelled down to London with Monaco, double clear again to finish third, and to then break the record of the first rider in the history of the Tour to finish on the podium on 4 consecutive stages. But then there was a twist in Valkenswaard. One down and 14th. In Rome, not eliminated, he retired after one rail to spare Monaco for the final stage in Riyadh. In the end, he decided that it would not be Monaco traveling to Riyadh, but Uricas van de Katawenne. And there is the trophy, presented by Prince Abdullah bin Fahad bin Abdullah. The watch, of course, out of the hands of Patrick Aoun, and the congratulations of the man who had the concept in his head of a Longines Global Champions Tour, a worldwide global festival, a worldwide circuit that would test horses and riders under all the circumstances, on grass rings, on sand rings, big rings and small rings, under natural light and floodlight, all across the globe. And it is one big party for Harry Smulders as he is on top of the podium for the second time in his career. A celebration that commences right now here at 9:10 in a very dark night in Saudi Arabia, and that will continue into the early hours of tomorrow, Saturday.
For their efforts across the whole season, and that is to recognise our partners in equestrian sport, the wonderful horses and the people who regard.
Take a look at that visual. Harry Smulders with that trophy aloft. The fireworks, the flames, the smoke behind him. What a wonderful, wonderful send-off for an incredible champion in 2023 as we get one final look at our top 3 finishers for the Longines Global Champions Tour this season. And every single crowd, every single member, fan here in the crowd, from the VIPs onto the grandstands, now showing their appreciation for the 3 final horses coming through. Uricas makes its way back, King Edward, and of course Beauville as well, as they are, as much as the riders, some would argue even more, the real stars of the show. Even Harry Smulders said to us earlier on live in studio, they are the athletes, they are the real true stars of the show. And along with their grooms being shown justifiably getting their own trophy and being shown some real love and real support in front of their riders. As we saw on the pre-show in the beginning of tonight, the grooms play an absolutely crucial role in the success of these riders. They care for the animals every single second of the day. As Jan Tops comes over to hand over the award as well, it has been an incredible season, one that saw the Global Champions League go down to the final day. And here we are tonight to the Longines Global Champions Tour, going down to the final few fences of the jump-off of tonight's Lgct Grand Prix of Riyadh. As the final 3 again get one final look at the crowd, we get ready to say goodnight. And soon we will be turning all of our attention to the Lgct Super Grand Prix and to the GCL Super Cup. That takes place at the O2 Arena in Prague in a couple of weeks' time. If you have not got your tickets yet, I encourage you, for the very, very few that are still left over, to try and get your hands on tickets to join us in the wonderful Czech Republic and to join us at the O2 Arena for any of those nights, but arguably for the final of the Super Cup and for the Lgct Super Grand Prix that will take place on the Saturday night as well. It is going to be show jumping like you have never, ever seen before. We get ready to say goodnight, goodbye, and thank you to Riyadh as we bring the curtain down on the 15th and final stage of the Longines Global Champions Tour. Thank you so much for joining us over those 15 stages. We get one final opportunity to have a look at the horses who are now being celebrated, as we said, the crucial role that they play in the success and the bright, bright lights of Saudi Arabia. It has been a wonderful, wonderful way to finish off our season, and now we turn our attention to those playoffs. We've heard from Christian Kukuk, we've heard from Harry Smulders. We say thank you and good night from GCTV. Thank you, Riyadh, and next we'll see you in Prague for the playoffs.
Experience the ultimate thrill at the Global Champions Prague Playoffs, the highlight show jumping event of the year, along with fierce competition. The event is packed with exciting live shows, from breathtaking acrobatics to dazzling pyrotechnics. There's something for everyone. So come prepared and experience the biggest and most spectacular show jumping event, the Global Champions Prague Playoffs, from November 16th to the 19th.
Tight pinball machine that is the O2 Arena in Prague. We're going to close here in Riyadh. The travels will start already. If you've been watching since Doha, since March, well, thank you very much for going on the road with us, for enjoying every bit, to be in the thrills and the spills, to live all the emotions. The championship is over, the champion is crowned. Hail Harry Smulders. See you later, see you soon. Let's meet again in Prague. Bye-bye.
Over the course of his previous campaign for the series title, he became world #1. Let's see what happens as a result of the results he's been having this year on those monthly rolling rankings. Harry Smulders, series champion for the second time of the Longines Global Champions Tour.
مع نهاية الجولة الشرفية كما نذكر ندعوكم لمشاركتنا في حفل تكريم أبطال المنتخب السعودي للفروسية بمناسبة حصولهم على ذهبيتي الفرق والفردي ضمن منافسات الألعاب الآسيوية.